Number 4, the amount of money in a given student's bank account at the end of each month. And so we have several months here, and we have a bunch of data values, and they're all money. So I'm going to acknowledge they are money, so all my answers are in terms of money, but I'm going to drop the dollar signs for my table because it'll just look more confusing than it needs to. So I'm looking for the smallest amount. This kid was not overdrawn at the end of any month, but $2, $1.22. Oh, there was actually 0 for this day. I don't see anything smaller than that. So 0 for one day. And then that takes care of that data value. $1.22, $2.01, $1.76. Those are all small. So $2.22 comes next. And then $1.76 and the $2.01. Okay, and then we have $4. Seeing if there's anything else. Nope, that'll be next. And then we have $12.17. Oh, $9.50 there. That'll come next. 12.30, 17.34. So we'll take care of that one. Take care of that one. Now he's into the big money. There's 20 and then 32.47. So 20, 32.47, $51.40, and 320. Mom must have sent some money that day. So let's write down all the things we need to find. So mean, remember that's X bar, and the median, the mode, the range, and then we'll have room for the standard deviation calculation. So I'm looking at the range because that one's the easiest, and I see it's going to have to be $320.10 minus 0, or $320.10. Now remember I said it was all in dollars, so I'm going to put the dollars on my answers. So mode, I'm looking, and I remember as I was writing there was not a mode. No mode. There was not a single data value that was matched anywhere in there. And to count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my n is 12. That means I'm going to have to take, if I divide 12 into half, it gives me 6. So I'm going to have to take number 6 and number 7 and find the average of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like probably these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that works out. So the average of 950 and 1230. So 9.5 plus 12.3, and then divide by 2. So I get 10.9. That should be exactly halfway in between. And now I just need to add up all those values. The first one I don't even have to type in because it won't change my sum at all. 1.22 plus 1.76, 2.01, 4.13, 9.5, 12.3, 17.34, 20, 32.47, 51.4, 320, 320.1, and I get for my sum 472.23. And then I need to square that, so there's my squared button. Push that, and I get 223,001.1729. And I'm going to have a lot of decimal places on this because I'm going to be squaring things with 2 decimal places already. So I'm just going to store this value on my calculator so I don't have to retype it in. I know I'm going to need it again pretty soon, but I'm going to push the store button right here and store, and on this calculator store it in bin 1, and now I know this is stored in bin 1. So I'm just going to write that near here somewhere. I stored that in bin 1. Now I'll just start squaring. One 0.4884, and 0 squared is just 0. 9.76, and this one will be 33 point, yeah, that's better. 0976. $18.49. $90.25. 12.3 squared is going to give you 151. Now I just need to sum up my x squared column. So now I can start to calculate my standard deviation, and I'll come back and do the mean here in a sec. So I have the 107,129.6026 minus the 223,001, etc. over n, which was 12. These are some big numbers, but it is manageable. We can do this. And then 12 minus 1, I can just write that in as 11. I'm going to take a shortcut where I can find it. And I have, remember, I think I'm going to store this value as well because I don't want to retype it in this value, so I'm going to store it in bin 2. So store in 2, and so I'll just put down here that I stored that one in bin 2 so I don't forget. So this one is in bin 2 and this one is in bin 1. So I want to recall from bin 1, so recall 1, and there it gives me that number back, the 223,001, etc., divided by my n, which is 12. And so I'm just going to write here 2, whatever's in 2, I'm subtracting the 185,8343,108, and my decimal is after the 3 right there. That whole thing divided by 11 when I get to that point. Remember, I want to do a negative, change my sign on this one, so I'll push that negative button. Now it's a negative 18583, and then I will add my recall 2, so pulling that number back out of bin 2, and there it is one more time, and then equals. So that's my numerator, and I have 88546.1715. And it's all divided by 11. So leave it sit on the calculator, divide by 11 equals, and now under the square root I have 804,965, and it's going on. Find out where that decimal is. It's after the 9. and then actually take that square root, push the square root button there, and I get 89.7198, and the next digit's a 5, so I have to bump it up to a 9. Okay, for the mean, would take that sum, the 472.23, divided by my n, which is 12. Let's try that. 472.23 divided by 12, and we get 39.3525.